Have you ever caught your cat giving you that cold, dismissive look, as if you've deeply offended them without even knowing it? Chances are, you probably did. Cats don't forget as easily as you think. Behind those soft paws and curious stares is a sharp emotional memory. And, if you break their trust, even in small ways, they remember. In this video, we're diving into 12 things your cat will never forget, and how even the most loving owner can unknowingly trigger resentment. Mistake number 1, neglecting the litter box. This might sound minor, but to your cat, it's personal. Cats are meticulous creatures. A dirty litter box doesn't just smell bad. It feels like an invasion of their space. It's the equivalent of walking into a bathroom that hasn't been cleaned in weeks. When their box is filthy, cats may avoid it altogether, choosing instead to relieve themselves on your bed, behind the couch, or in your favorite shoes. Not out of spite, but because they physically and emotionally reject that level of filth. Over time, this stress can lead to urinary tract infections, behavioral problems, and even long-term resentment. And yes, they will remember the discomfort, the stench, and how you let it sit for days. Want to stay in their good graces? Scoop daily, scrub weekly, and if you have multiple cats, make sure there's more than one box. A clean litter box is a clear signal of respect in their world. Mistake number 2, loud noises. Ever notice your cat vanishing the second you turn on the vacuum? That's not just fear, it's survival instinct. Cats have incredibly sensitive hearing. What sounds like background noise to you, like a blender or raised voice, can feel like a thunderstorm to them. Worse, if these loud sounds happen often, your cat begins associating you with danger. The result? Anxiety, mistrust, distance. They may start hiding under the bed, avoiding your touch, or reacting with sudden aggression. Cats crave calm. If you want to keep their trust, create safe zones, quiet corners or rooms where they can retreat. Keep your tone low and your environment predictable. Remember, to a cat, peace equals safety. Mistake number 3, overfeeding or underfeeding. We think food, love, but for cats, food is survival. Overfeeding can feel like kindness, but it leads to obesity, diabetes, joint pain, and a constant sluggishness that steals their joy. On the flip side, underfeeding causes anxiety, irritability, malnutrition, and a weakened immune system. Worse, inconsistency teaches them they can't rely on you. That daily bowl? That's more than a meal. It's a message. You're cared for. You're safe. Keep portions consistent. Use vet-recommended guidelines and avoid the guilt-feeding trap. Your cat's body and trust depend on balance. But how do you know how much is too much? Many cat owners rely on guesswork when it comes to feeding. She looks hungry, or just a little more won't hurt, they say. But cats are experts at begging and not so great at self-regulating. What feels like kindness in the moment can silently set off a chain reaction of health problems. Obesity in cats is not just about weight. It's about shortened lifespans, painful joints, difficulty grooming, and increased risk of diseases like diabetes. A well-fed cat isn't one with a full bowl. It's one with a balanced routine. That means feeding them the right amount at the right times, based on age, weight, and lifestyle. A kitten zooming around the house has different needs than a senior cat who naps most of the day. The best approach? Consult your vet. Weigh your cat regularly. Adjust portions if you notice changes in behavior, appetite, or energy. When your cat trusts that food comes consistently, they feel secure, not desperate. And they'll thank you with a healthier, calmer life. Mistake number 4, declawing. If you think declawing is just a fancy nail trim, think again. Declawing is more than removing claws. It's amputating the last bone of each toe. Imagine losing the last joint of every finger. That's what your cat experiences. This procedure doesn't just cause physical pain. It leaves psychological scars. Cats use their claws to play, climb, defend themselves, and mark territory. When you take that away, you don't just declaw them, you disarm their sense of safety. Declawed cats often develop behavioral problems, biting, avoiding touch, hiding, or becoming aggressive. Why? Because their trust has been violated. There are kinder alternatives: scratching posts, nail caps, regular trimming. Your furniture is replaceable. Your cat's emotional trust? Much harder to repair. Respect their nature. Don't try to remove it. Mistake number 5. Teasing your cat. You may think it's funny to sneak up on your cat, pull their tail, or surprise them when they're sleeping. But for them, it's not a joke. It's trauma. Cats are sensitive. They remember who makes them feel unsafe. What you see as playful teasing might feel like bullying to them. And they don't forget. Over time, teasing can cause anxiety, fear-based aggression, or even medical conditions like feline hyperesthesia syndrome, a neurological sensitivity where even light touch becomes overwhelming. Instead, play with them on their terms. Feather toys, laser dots, string chases. These let your cat express natural hunting instincts while bonding with you safely. Let them come to you for affection. Never force it. Respect their moods, and your relationship will deepen in ways teasing never could. Mistake number 6. Ignoring personal space. Just because your cat is curled up in the corner doesn't mean they want to be picked up. Cats value autonomy more than almost any other pet. When you force interaction, whether through hugs, surprise scoops, or crowding them during rest, you disrupt their sense of safety. Imagine being in the middle of meditation and someone yanks you up without warning. That's how your cat feels. And if it happens repeatedly, they'll start avoiding you altogether. Respecting their space isn't neglect. It's love in its purest form, offered without control. Give them freedom. Let them initiate. When they know their boundaries are safe with you, they'll come back again and again with trust. Mistake 7. Inconsistent or harsh discipline. It's late at night. You find your cat on the counter again, knocking over your favorite mug. Instinctively, you yell. Maybe you grab a spray bottle. But here's the truth. Yelling doesn't teach your cat a lesson. It just teaches them to fear you. Cats don't understand punishment the way dogs do. They don't associate your anger with their behavior. What they do feel is sudden danger. And that danger now has your voice, your hands, your presence. Harsh discipline breaks trust. It creates confusion, not correction. Instead of solving the behavior, it creates new ones, like hiding, aggression, or avoidance. Imagine being punished without knowing what you did wrong. That frustration, that fear, that's what your cat feels. So what actually works? Positive reinforcement. Cats respond incredibly well to encouragement. A treat, a calm voice, a gentle pet. When you reward them for good behavior, like scratching the post instead of the sofa, they learn through association. And more importantly, they feel safe around you. A cat who trusts you will try to please you. A cat who fears you will only try to survive you. Mistake number 8. Laughing at their expense. We've all seen those viral videos. A cat jumps 3 feet in the air after seeing a cucumber. Everyone laughs, except the cat. You might think it's harmless fun, but to your cat, it's terror. Cats are creatures of habit. Their sense of security comes from predictability. When you introduce something sudden, like a loud noise, a costume, or a prank, they don't understand the joke. They only feel the fear. And worse, when you laugh, they associate that fear with you. That can cause them to withdraw emotionally, distrust touch, or avoid play. Some cats even develop stress-related illnesses like digestive issues, overgrooming, or hair loss. all because their sense of safety was repeatedly violated. Dressing them up might be cute to you, but if your cat freezes, hides, or tries to escape, you're not capturing a funny moment. You're witnessing distress. Instead of performance, offer peace. Let your cat be what it is, a sentient, emotionally aware being who thrives in safety and respect, not on the internet stage. Mistake number 9, forcing new interactions. Your friend comes over. "Let me see your cat," they say, and rush over. Your cat darts under the couch. Sound familiar? Cats aren't antisocial. They're just cautious. And that caution is a survival trait. When you force a new person, pet, or environment on them, their fight or flight instincts activate. Think of it like this. You walk into a room full of strangers who immediately want to hug you. You'd panic too. Cats need time. Time to sniff, to observe, to decide for themselves whether something is safe. When you rush this process, you break the bond before it has a chance to form. So don't carry your cat to meet the new puppy. Don't shove them in someone's arms. Introduce slowly, through scent, sight, and choice. Let your cat lead. Give them control. That's how trust is built, not forced. Mistake. 10. Skipping the small things. It's easy to remember the big things. Feeding your cat, playing with them, taking them to the vet. But what about the little things? The quiet, repetitive routines like brushing, trimming their nails, or cleaning the litter box. These may seem minor, but to your cat, they make all the difference. A dirty litter box isn't just gross, it's emotionally disturbing for a cat. Cats are naturally clean and sensitive to smell. If their litter box is dirty or ignored, they might stop using it altogether, which leads to stress, anxiety, and even health problems like urinary tract infections. Grooming isn't just for appearance either. Brushing helps prevent painful mats and reduces hairballs. Nail trimming stops them from scratching furniture, or you accidentally. And perhaps most importantly, these small rituals are a sign of love. When you handle the little things, your cat feels it. They sense the attention, the care, the consistency. And in a world where they can't speak your language, these quiet gestures are how they understand that they matter. Mistake number 11. Disrupting their territory. To you, that cozy blanket, the window ledge, or that random spot on the bookshelf might not seem special. But to your cat, it's sacred ground. Cats are deeply territorial creatures. They rely on consistency and control to feel safe. If you constantly move their belongings, clean out their favorite hiding spot, or rearrange furniture without considering their reactions, you're unknowingly shaking the foundation of their emotional safety. Imagine coming home and finding your bed replaced, your room reorganized, your stuff missing. Would you feel at ease? Cats don't either. They view their toys, beds, and even scent-marked spaces as extensions of themselves. Respecting these spaces gives them peace. Providing high shelves or cat trees also allows them to observe their world from a place of control, fulfilling their instinct to perch and monitor from above. The more you protect their environment, the more secure and confident your cat becomes. Mistake. Chanta 12. Feeding the wrong food. Your cat meows, looks up at you with those wide eyes, and you give in. A piece of chicken, maybe some milk, or extra treats. But here's what many cat owners don't realize. Your love can make them sick. Cats are obligate carnivores. They need high-protein, species-appropriate diets. Many commercial foods contain fillers like corn, wheat, or sugar that don't benefit your cat's health, and might actually harm it. Too many treats? That leads to obesity. Too many table scraps. Digestive issues. Feeding human food or low-quality brands. Long-term nutrient deficiencies, low energy, and even liver problems. Want to show love through food? Do it wisely. Read the labels. Choose food with high meat content and minimal additives. Talk to your vet about feeding schedules and portion sizes based on your cat's age, size, and energy level. Food isn't just fuel. It's medicine, love, and trust, wrapped into one daily ritual. When you feed your cat right, you're giving them the best chance to live a long, playful, healthy life by your side.